20 volts and 18 volts are the exact same battery, and one company charges you extra for the bigger number. That's number 1 on this list, and we're counting 6 packs up to it. 6 brands, 6 price tags, and the same 3 cells hiding inside all of them. The setup is simpler than they want you to think. Almost every cordless battery on the shelf runs on cells from just 3 suppliers. 3 names build them: Samsung, LG, and Murata, and everybody else just buys them and wraps them in colored plastic. The shell is the brand. The cell is the truth. And once you can see the cell, the whole wall of tools stops looking like a wall of choices. So we'll walk 6 packs, cheapest to priciest. The same cell keeps showing up, and by number 1, you'll never trust a voltage number again. Let's start with the one in half the garages in America. The green Ryobi battery, the one hanging on the pegboard at every hardware store, the 18-volt 1+ pack. Crack open one of the newer high-performance packs. People on the Teardown forums keep finding the same thing. Samsung cells. The same 18650 cells the expensive brands use. The part that stings, Ryobi doesn't make a single cell in that pack. Nobody on this list does. They buy the exact commodity everyone buys. But the green shell lets them sell it as budget, while a red shell sells the same cell as Pro. Ryobi even brags about the cells in the high-performance line, because for once the marketing is telling the truth. And hold on to the company behind Ryobi, because it comes back, twice, over at Walmart. Number 5 is the Hart battery, the black and teal one people grab because it's cheap and right there. Walmart launched Hart back in 2020 because they wanted a house brand tool line, but they didn't build a battery company from scratch. So the same corporation that owns Ryobi builds Hart, a business called TTI. Look closely, and the pack shape, the terminal layout, the charger design, they all rhyme. The Walmart budget pack and the Ryobi budget pack aren't even competitors. They're cousins from one parent running the same kind of commodity cell, priced to look like 2 separate decisions. That's TTI twice now. Keep counting. Quick one, because this is where it gets expensive. That same number game runs on generators. They sell you peak watts, not real running watts. I overbought one chasing that number. Nobody sponsors me, so the generator breakdown I wrote sizes it straight. One wrong generator is an $800 mistake. This is $20. Today's answer was free. The link's below. Number 4 is the one the internet loves to dunk on. The Harbor Freight battery. Bauer and its pricier cousin Hercules. And yet when reviewers cut those packs open, they keep pulling out name brand Samsung cells. It's the same 25R and 30Q cells sitting inside packs that cost several times as much. Hercules is the brushless premium line. And in head-to-head tool tests, it keeps landing shockingly close to the yellow and red flagships. The marketing got copied too. That 20-volt max sticker on the front is the exact rounding trick we'll nail at number 1. Honestly, for the money, that's one of the most defensible batteries on this whole wall, and I don't say that lightly. So pause and connect the dots. 3 corporations own almost this entire aisle. TTI has Ryobi, Hart, and one you haven't seen yet. Stanley Black & Decker has DeWalt and Craftsman. Harbor Freight has Bauer and Hercules. And those rigid packs at the home center, those get built by TTI too, under license. 3 owners, 3 cell suppliers. 1 shelf pretending to be a dozen different choices. The brands aren't competing on what's inside. They're competing on the color and the number they print outside. Number 3 is the pro favorite that actually plays it straight. The teal Makita 18-volt LXT. Credit where it's due, Makita prints the honest number on the pack. 18 volts is the working voltage, the number the battery actually runs at when it's under load. Makita could round up and call it 20-volt max like the others do, and it chooses not to. But the cells inside come from the same supplier pool, Samsung and Murata, and you still pay a premium for the shell and the reputation. Same cell, honest label, luxury price. You're paying for the name and the tighter tolerances, not a secret better battery. I personally rate Makita, but I rate it with clear eyes. Number 2 is the red one every contractor swears by, the Milwaukee M18. Remember TTI, the company that owns Ryobi and Hart, the 2 budget brands from earlier. It owns Milwaukee too. So the cheapest pack on this list and the premium red pack that costs several times more come from one corporate parent. Milwaukee's high output packs even moved to the bigger 21700 cells, and that's a real upgrade. But it's the same jump the budget brands are making right behind them. That red lithium name you're paying for is mostly a story about the management board and the pack engineering. It isn't a magic cell nobody else can buy. Your call whether the badge is worth it, but at least now you know what you're actually handing your money over for. And number 1, the biggest number on the shelf, the yellow DeWalt 20-volt max. 20-volt max sounds like more than 18 volts, but it isn't. It's the same 5 cells wired the same way. DeWalt admits it in their own fine print. Read the disclaimer, and it says the maximum voltage is measured without a workload, and the nominal voltage is 18. Peak, with nothing plugged in, 20, actually doing work, 18. The same 18 Makita prints right on the front. So a DeWalt 20-volt max and a Makita 18-volt are the exact same voltage battery. One brand rounds up to the number printed in the store, the other tells you the number you actually get, and they ran the same play at the top of the range. The 60-volt max FlexVolt pack is really 54 volts nominal. The same cells just rewired. And yes, I just spent this whole video saying 6 brands sell you the same thing. But this is the one they put in writing and dared you not to read it. Scaring you was never the point. The point is that the voltage number and the brand color are the 2 things that matter least. Once you know the cell is a commodity, the real question gets simple. What should you actually pay for? Start with where you already are. If you're locked into a platform, don't go shopping for a second color, just buy the highest capacity pack in the ecosystem you already own. Within a single brand, the bigger amp-hour packs usually carry the better or newer cells, so that's where your money does real work. If you're starting completely fresh and you're a homeowner, the house brands are the smart play. The Harbor Freight and high-performance Ryobi packs give you the same Samsung cells for a fraction of the flagship price. The honest caveat, you're trusting a cheaper management board. So for a Saturday of drilling, it's the right call. But for daily professional abuse, it isn't. And if you run tools for a living, the flagship warranty and service network can be worth more than the battery itself. One warning before you go bargain hunting. The same cell logic stops at the brand name on the shelf. Those no-name Amazon packs promising double the capacity for pocket change are a different animal. Teardowns keep finding rewrapped lower-grade cells in a bare-bones management board, and that's where the actual fire stories come from. A house brand from a real retailer is playing the same game as the flagships. A random 3-letter seller is playing a much more dangerous one. Which brings me to the part I won't dodge. The same cell does not mean the same pack. The premium batteries really can differ. Better cell binning, a smarter management board, real thermal control, a longer warranty. That's genuinely worth money if you're pulling max current all day long. For a homeowner charging a drill on the weekend, it mostly isn't. So pay for the ecosystem and the warranty you'll actually use, not for a number printed larger than the one next to it. Before the 2 videos on your screen, the one tip that outlasts every battery you own, and it costs nothing. Don't store lithium packs bone dead, and don't leave them sitting at a full charge for months in a freezing or boiling garage. Keep them around half charge, somewhere climate stable, and they'll outlive the tool they're bolted to. The whole game runs on one bet, that you'll buy the number and the color instead of the cell. Now you know the cell, so walk the aisle and ignore the sticker math. Buy the capacity and the warranty that fit how hard you actually work, and let the branding go argue with somebody else. One last thing, the amp-hour number on these packs bends the truth even harder than the voltage does. And that's one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. YouTube thinks you'll like the other one, so click it. And if you made it to the end, subscribe.